Yeah, only have one. Okay, I got you eyed out. Theodore Roosevelt Jr., the son of the president, was a one-star general. Oldest man to land at Normandy, died of a heart attack, but that's another story. He was given permission to take over the 90th Infantry Division, which was my dad's division, and I said that's what caused him to have a heart attack, and so he's still buried in Normandy. But anyway, the Navy landed him in the wrong place. As we say in the Army, the Navy gets you close. And so this young aide comes running up the beach. He said, General Roosevelt. By the way, Roosevelt is the guy that after World War I, who was a World War I veteran, founded the American Legion. And the Roosevelt family, the Theodore Roosevelt family, has been very much giving back to this country through each generation. Well, anyway, this Navy aide comes running up the beach. General, we're in the wrong place. Well, General Roosevelt, true to form, puts his arm around this young lad and goes, well, son, we'll just start the war here. And so that's what needs to happen. Let's start the war here. Don't wait until the conditions are ripe, and don't make, that with everything's got to be, the T's crossed and the I's dotted. Because in the military, we always used to say, a 70% plan vigorously implemented is better than a 100% plan that's never brought out. Because any plan that you make, any analysis that you have is a starting point. Because your plan, no matter how good you are in planning, and I've been around some of the best planners that the history of the United States has ever had, no plan survives the first contact. It just doesn't, because there's something you overlook. That's what leadership steps up to the plate, and that's what separates us from every other country in the world, is that we have people all the way down to the private level that are willing to pick up a gun and keep the mission going, just like an Audie Murphy would, and get it till the mission's completed. We're the only country in the world that's like that. The Russians don't do that. When they want to do an exercise during the Cold War, what they would do is they'd take out all the conscripts and enlisted guys and replace them with officers so there wouldn't be any failure. We don't do that in the United States. We turn over our State Department diplomacy to a young sergeant walking on the streets of Baghdad representing the United States. And I assure you, based on history, is that if you look at where the United States has been throughout the world typically is a better place for it because the United States has been there. I had a lady one time come up to me that was from a town, Zacatecas in Mexico. Well, Zacatecas in Mexico, for the historians, was the place that Santa Anna went in and killed every living creature because they wanted to violate the Mexican Constitution. And this was in 1835, a year before the Alamo and such. But she was from there, a doctor, very accomplished individual, and she said, we sure wish the U.S. military would have come to our town in 1846 and went to the next town over, and the next town over is prosperous, it does things right, and it's like night and day compared to what Zacatecas is. Zacatecas is still an impoverished area. It's not accomplishing what it did, but the fact of it is we still have the capability of accomplishing. And those individuals are no different than you and I that come from places like Gilman, Texas. I'm going to take a short break now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow some questions to be asked. And then yeah, absolutely. Bring it on.